3 Feet Short of Gold. Have you guys ever read that book, Think and Grow Rich? There's a lot of gems in that book, and there's a lot you can learn. 3 Feet Short of Gold is about a story, a true story, about a guy named R.U. Darby. Him and his uncle purchased a gold mine, and there was gold in the mine, and they needed equipment to mine it out. So they borrowed money from their friends and family, as investors, to buy the equipment to mine the gold. And they worked the mine, and they were doing good. They took out one big cart of gold, I guess, and they needed a couple more to get completely out of debt, pay off their debts and their investors. However, as they kept going, they ran out of gold, and they tried digging to the left, to the right, straight ahead, could not find the gold vein anywhere. So they got discouraged, frustrated, and they quit. And so what they did was they sold all the equipment and the mine to the junk man. And the junk man, being in business for however long he was, being smart enough to know that, sometimes you need help. So he hired a mining engineer, and this mining engineer came and he started looking around, did whatever he does, a surveying and everything, and found the gold vein, 3 feet from where Darby and his uncle quit mining. So the moral of the story is don't quit, and we find that so true in a lot of things we do. We get discouraged and we quit, and sometimes we're just one step away from making it. I know in network marketing, it's the same thing. The average lifespan of most people is 3 months, and then they quit. Then they look for the next shiny object or the next product that's going to make them rich. And so many people spend their time chasing money instead of chasing their dreams. And, you find out in life that the best way to make a living is to do what you love. Find out what your passion is, what makes you happy. That's how you should be making a living. And I know, now it might be kind of difficult because you might have a family, you got bills to pay and everything. But when you come out of school, that's when you should be following your passion and, just doing whatever you can to learn as much about it and to be the best in it that you can be. Now, in network marketing, it's a good deal. I mean, it's the one type of business that people can get into no matter what stage of life they're in. Like people like me in the late 70s, people that are in their 60s, 50s, 30s, or 20s. I mean, but the thing is, you got to be passionate about it. Don't chase the money. Find a company with great products that actually do something for people, that make them healthy. And then you use those products to help people who need them. At the same time, you're help them get that income they need to pay the extra bills. You don't want to go through life constantly jumping from company to company or failing at whatever you're doing. You want to find something that really resonates with you, that you believe that you could be the best at it. I mean, the story goes on with a lot of actors and athletes who came from nothing and had no help. And they still ended up becoming whatever they wanted to be because they had a passion for what they were doing, and they never quit. Basketball players, football players, actors, singers, you name it. I mean, even welders and electricians and whatever. They choose a career or a path that you love to do. And if you love helping people and you want to help people, you want to help them be healthy, and you want them to have that extra income, then, network marketing's for you. That's what I'm trying to do. There's some products I really like from Great Life. I mean, I like this stem cell research. I really think it's doing something. It's very hard to gauge, but you'll notice well, first of all, stem cells, when you get to my age, 90% of the production is dead. You got 10%, if you're lucky, stem cell production. So stem cells go to the areas of your body. They're generic cells. But when they get to a specific part of the body, then they become whatever cells are needed to make those repairs, whether it's in your knees, your feet, your muscles, whatever, your heart, whatever. you know, they're generic cells that go to areas of your body that need help. So I love that product, you know, especially at my age. If I want to be around when I'm 96, I got to be careful with what I eat and what I take as supplements. The other one I like is the GLP Extreme. You know I need to drop another 20 pounds or so. So, you know, this really does curb your appetite. I'm a witness to that. I mean, you know, it's not probably not like the shot or anything, but it works to curb your appetite and suppress your cravings. So I'm really thrilled about those two. And there's more that I want to take, but I'm going to develop a little bit of income first, and then go ahead and get them. But anyways, you know, if you're out there and if you're like me and you want to help and you want to help people and work with me, then come on aboard. Let's work together as a team. You know, we can build a pretty nice business, I think. You know, especially if you're a senior and you know you want to get that extra income to help pay some bills, then what we got right here is perfect for you. It's very affordable. Um, just click on my link in the description and get started. But remember, I mean, you know, when you're going to do something, you know, just dig in. You know, just like in a horse race, they put blinders on the horses for a reason. They put them on so they don't get distracted. So they just go straight forward. They just keep going until they reach their goal. Okay? That's what we got to do as networkers. We can't look at the next big thing. We got to stay focused and keep moving forward. Just like in the movie Rocky, he said it best. You got to be willing to take the hits, get up, and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And that's how we win. We just don't stop. Okay? You know, I'm making these videos just to resonate with people like me and hopefully build a big team. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited about it. And I hope you join me. So click on the link in the description and let's get started. Thank you.